The therapist will determine when your child is ready for smooth purees. A pureed food is a food item that has been blended into a smooth and uniform texture. It's moist, cohesive, homogeneous, which means it's consistent throughout, and it's spoon-thick like yogurt. The ideal pureed food can be easily and safely swallowed with little or no effort. Foods such as smooth yogurt or puddings are natural purees that don't require any preparation. To prepare a smooth puree for your child, use a blender. Foods that can be used to make a smooth puree include most canned fruits or vegetables, such as sweet potatoes, green beans, black beans, peaches, or fruit cocktail, and mixed dishes that include a protein and a starchy food such as macaroni and cheese, beef stew, spaghetti with meat sauce, or chicken Alfredo. Some foods do not puree well and should be avoided. These include fresh fruits or canned fruits that have a high content of water, such as grapes, pineapple, watermelon, or mandarin oranges. Foods that are hard or have large lumps. Foods that are chewy, tough, crunchy, or stringy. And foods with gristle, skins, seeds, hulls, or husks. In this demonstration, we're using canned pasta in a cheese and tomato sauce, and a blender to show you how to reach a smooth puree texture, like that of yogurt, pudding, or cake batter. The first step is to wash your hands and clean your food preparation surfaces. We're using the recipe from Meal Appeal and adding a small amount of butter and whole milk. Cover the blades of the blender with the food for the best result. Set a timer. And allow enough time for the food to puree in the blender. There should be no visible particles. Use a rubber scraper to scrape down the sides of the blender to be sure there are no small particles of food in your puree. Use a spoon to test it. Spoon up 1½ to 2 teaspoons, then turn the spoon sideways. The food should not drip off, and it should not be too thick where it sticks to the spoon. When you feel the food between your fingers, you should not feel any grit or pieces at all, just totally smooth. If the pureed food is smooth but too thick, add a very small amount of liquid, such as whole milk. Just add 1 tablespoon, which is 15 milliliters of liquid at a time, until it's reached a smooth consistency like yogurt. Avoid adding too much, which could result in runny food. If the puree is too thin, add either a commercial thickener or a natural food thickener, such as instant potato flakes. Add small amounts so as to not make the puree too thick. When you think you've achieved the right texture, do a taste test to be sure. Your child should be able to swallow the smooth puree without chewing. Use ice cube trays to freeze pureed food. Fill each cube 3/4 full. 1 cube is generally equal to about 30 grams or 1 ounce. Plan ahead and freeze purees so you'll have them readily available. Some pureed foods may not freeze as well as others. Once they are frozen, they should be removed from the tray and stored in a freezer bag or container. Foods that freeze well when pureed include oatmeal, pancakes, French toast with blueberries, sausage gravy with biscuits, macaroni and cheese, beef stew, pasta in tomato and cheese sauce, chili with beans, turkey and dressing, chicken Alfredo, broccoli and cheese, green peas, and spinach. Remember freezer storage times and use foods that freeze best. Refer to the food storage chart provided to you in Meal Appeal training. Be sure to clean the equipment after preparing the food. This concludes the segment on smooth puree. Feel free to watch it again.